We caught up with a few of our top field drivers. Let's see what they had to say about the Phoenix testing and their mindset of going into the new season.
Hi, this is Connie Joe. I'm with RPMHD, and I'm here with Terry McMillan at the Winternationals. How are you doing today, Terry?
You know, I'm doing a great day. I mean, it's the first race of the year. It's Pomona. The weather's been fantastic. The crowd is awesome, and you know, we're just really excited to get this whole program going today. I mean, it's Sunday. It's race day. This is what it's all about. It's what we all work for all winter long, and you know, we have Tony Schumacher first round today. We're third pair out, and you know, we got our work cut out for us. But my team and myself, we're all ready for this, and we want to go to war today, and hopefully we come out on the right side.
Now, Terry, you've been around here for a while, and you've never...
So you're calling me old?
No, I'm not calling you old. I'm not calling you old. But what keeps it going? What keeps that drive going for you?
You know, I think, you know, once you get to the race and you start hearing these cars, you know, run, and it just starts pumping adrenaline, and then, you know, and then certainly hanging out with the fans. I mean, you know, the nice thing about our fans, one thing is that no matter if you have a good day or a bad day, they're here to support you. They're here to, you know, just let you know that they really like our sport and they enjoy what's going on. So, you know, I want to leave our pits open, let them come in and enjoy it. And so when I get to interact with everybody like that, and then certainly get the opportunity to go out there and hit that car and go 300 miles an hour, what could be better?
Now, have you made any adjustments to the car or to your driving style for this year's competition?
Well, you know, it's a whole new operation. We've changed everything out. You know, we got a DSR chassis this year, and we made a lot of changes. So we went to Phoenix, tested. We had a decent test session, and we tried to pick away at a couple things here because we knew there was only 16 cars, and we were trying to do some stuff on the clutch setup for the early numbers because the car's trying to run 70s. It's just not doing it in the first 60 feet, and our goal was to fix that. So, you know, we didn't get that accomplished yesterday, but we're back to our normal setup, and I know with our normal setup we're going to run a low 80-something. So, you know, we're just going to make sure we go down the track, not make a mistake, and if he does mess up, we're going around him.
Great. And what got you into drag racing in the first place?
You know, I mean, back in the day, cause now you're going to really find out how old I am, but it really, you know, when I grew up in the muscle car era. So everybody had muscle cars, and all the girls were with the guys with muscle cars, and I'm thinking, man, this is not a bad gig. I'm going to do this. And so, you know, I kind of bought my first car when I was about 13, and, you know, finally got to race at US 30 back in Chicago area, and, you know, I never looked back. I mean, I've never been at it full-time, you know, as I raised my family, but eventually the last 20 years I've been out here full-time doing it, and you know, on the IHRA and NHRA side. So
awesome. Do you have anything to say to your fans or your family, or anything to add for today's race?
Well, I'll tell you what, watch NHRA at Fox Sports, Fox 1, because I'll tell you what, we're going to bring a program to you this year that's going to be excited. But most of all, the Amalie Motor Oil Top Fuel Dragster. Check it out. We're coming at them. We're going to give it all we have. We changed the name this year to the Exterminator, and then the reason for that is Exterminate. We want to eliminate the competition. That's what we're here to do. We're going to start it here this weekend.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Terry, and good luck with your run.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Hey, we have Dave Connolly here with C&J Energy Services, Top Fuel. How are you doing today?
Very good. You nailed that one. No, it's you know, beautiful. Obviously, it's the beginning of the season, first race. We got one run under our belt, and didn't go quite as accordingly to plan, but you know, that's why they give us 3 qualifying runs. And you know what? It's 80 degrees out here in California. First race of the year. We're pretty optimistic about you know, what 2016 holds.
Okay, so since it's your first year, or this is actually your second year, what are your expectations going into to this season?
You know, we actually went winless last year, so we're trying to change that and obviously get my first win in Top Fuel. So, you know, expectation-wise, that there's no reason that this team can't compete for a championship. I mean, we got Jason McCullough. He come from, you know, Alan Johnson for many years. Ron Douglas from Courtney Force's car last year. So, you know what? They're more than capable of winning races. It's if the driver can do his part, I think we can do a lot of good this year. And you know what, though, it's that part of the season where we're very optimistic, but we got to be realistic too. There's a lot of tough teams out here, and we're just gonna have to dig a little deeper. That's all.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you want to add?
Nope. Just you know, looking forward to qualifying number 2 and try to get this thing A to B, and you know, underpower the whole way and try to go 330 mile an hour.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Connie Joe Sechrist with RPM HD. We are here at the Winternationals with Brittany Force. Brittany Force, how's your runs going so far?
You know, it's actually been great. We've had 3 great runs. Race car went down there every single time. Yesterday ran a 79 and then followed it up with a 75, ran an 80 today, so we're very happy about that, very excited. And we get one more, we're trying to step it up there just a little bit, and we'll see how tomorrow goes.
And how has it been transitioning with Alan Johnson's equipment?
It's been great. He came on board, and we're very excited to have Alan Johnson on board, teamed up with John Force Racing. And I've worked all off-season with Brian Houston, my new crew chief, and they've been great to work with so far. Made a lot of changes in the car, definitely feels different. So I'm glad we went out to Phoenix last week and did some testing, and I definitely needed that. We made about 11 runs, and I needed every single one of those runs to get me ready to come out here. But I'm really looking forward to the season and anxious to see what we can do together.
And have you changed any of your driving style compared to last year?
Nope, I do exactly the same thing. I'm very much I like to do routine. I like to find my routine and do the same thing every single time, and that's what helps me out. That's what makes me feel comfortable, and that's what I'll be doing in a little bit when I go up.
Awesome. Now, you're practically your whole family is involved in the racing. How is that to you? Does that excite you?
It's definitely nice. It's a blessing having them out here. Sometimes it gets tough. My dad's my boss, but my father, so sometimes we struggle to find that balance, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It would be tough for how much we travel, how much we go on the road, in and out of airports, hotels. Mostly men are out here. There's not that many females, so it's definitely nice to have my family there with me, just along for the ride, have their support, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, and being a female driver, do you feel like you get enough female fan support here?
Absolutely. There's a lot of fans back here. Hey, guys! And it's great to have them come out. I have girls that come up to me all the time, even little girls that come up and say they want to race, and they're in junior dragsters, so it's awesome to have those fans. Obviously, a lot of my fans came over from my dad, followed my dad for years, and so now they're Team Force, and now they're over here watching our Monster Energy car, so it's pretty exciting. I'm very lucky to have them all.
Awesome. And as a girl's perspective, we're always wondering, what kind of makeup does she wear to keep that, because you're sweating in that uniform all day, and you still look beautiful and gorgeous. What kind of cosmetics do you use?
Well, I actually have a variety. I think I've tried it all. The biggest thing I do, my mom taught me since I was a kid, is wear sunblock. So I always wear that tinted sunblock, and I think it's L'Oreal.
And because us girls, we want to look good, we want to look beautified and stuff like that, and you always do, even though you're out there sweating. And if you could take your car anywhere internationally and race it, where would you go?
Oh, I'd have to say Australia. That's where my dad went racing, and that would be pretty awesome to go there.
A lot of people have been saying that today. I think we should do a whole event in Australia and get everybody out there and just race.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And to the little girl fans, what do you want to say to them?
I tell them, to go after your dreams, go after what you want. Doesn't matter, what people say. If people say you can't do it, I've had a lot of people going against me because I'm a female in the sport. But you can't worry about what everyone says. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. You got to focus on the positive and keep moving forward with that. If it's what you love, go after it.
I love it. You're very motivational. I love it. I love it. Here with Brittany Forrest at the Winternationals. Hi, this is Connie Jo Seekowitz with RPMHD. I am here at the Winternationals with Richie Crampton. How are you doing today, Richie?
Pretty good. Ready to start this 2016 Mellow Yellow Series and qualified well, so I'm pretty excited.
Awesome. Now, Aaron Brooks was working on a new combination for you in the Phoenix testing. How did that go?
It was good. Testing doesn't always go the way you think it should, so we definitely threw some ideas out there, and some worked, some didn't, but we're back to where we left off here at the World Finals and ran 3 pretty strong runs here during qualifying, so I think we got everything dialed in and ready to go for race day.
Awesome. And what are your expectations for this year in order to possibly win a championship?
Well, it's going to be another long year, even just looking at the qualifying sheet for this first event, every team's bunched up so tightly in the top 5, top 10 race cars. It's going to be real close racing all year long. So we're just going to have to work hard, and I expect that there'll be a lot of different winners throughout the season, and there's so much parity that it can be anyone's race on Sunday. So we're going to work hard for the Lucas Oil team and try and get some more trophies and see how we fare up at the end of the year.
Very cool. Now, what got you into the sport in the first place?
Well, I grew up in Australia racing go-karts, and just ended up going to the drag strip a lot with my dad, and man, standing in the watching the top fuel race cars go down the racetrack and shaking the ground and everything. made me want to be part of it. And I've just been lucky enough to make my way over from Australia to here and landing a job at one of the best race teams out here. So pretty lucky to have made that step, and here we are trying to win some races.
And how do you feel today? You feel confident that you're going to do well in your run?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, super confident about how we're going to run today, but you know, as I said earlier, it can be anyone's race today. So we've got our guard up, and we're going to try and beat Troy Buff in the first round and see how we fare after that.
Cool. And then if you can actually take your car anywhere in the world and race it, where would you go?
I'd definitely take it to my hometown of Adelaide, Australia. I grew up watching racing there, and there'd be nothing cooler than to run 300 miles an hour where I grew up watching my heroes race.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that, Australia. So I've been to Australia. It's a very, very nice place.
Yeah. Well, hopefully someday we'll take a bunch of these cars over there and show the Aussies what it's all about. There's a huge fan base, and they're upside down right now with they can't watch this event on TV right now. So hopefully we'll get that figured out, and everyone will be happy.
Cool. Well, do you have anything to add, or do you want to say to any of your friends or family out there?
Nah, you know, just normal deal. How hopefully we have a good, fruitful year for Lucas and Toyota and everyone, and thanks for all the support.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Richie.
We have Leah Pritchett here with Quaker State Top Fuel Dragster. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you.
How was your race today?
So today is Friday, and we've only had one qualifying run, and we smoked the tires right around 330 feet. Put us in the 12th spot right now, that's not too bad. I mean, overall at these races, you get 4 chances to qualify and set your final position. So right now we're in that 12th, and I'll tell you what, I mean, we're definitely going to up it, and we're about to leave the pit right now to go do our second run.
That is awesome. So it is your full season. It's your full year here. What are your expectations for this year coming up?
Absolutely, yes. This marks my first full season of racing all 24 races, and my expectations are they're humbly but pretty high, in the sense that this team right here finished 4th in the World Championship last year. So they obviously have the race car and the know-how and the crew chiefs behind it of being a very competitive car. I mean, they went to 5 finals last year. So that, coupled with all of the different types of cars that I've raced and all of my partial seasons coming together, my expectations are that we're not going to just get one, but we're going to get a couple W's, a couple Wallies, and be a very tight contender for the championship. And that's realistic. That's not too high or far off. Yes, we're not the biggest team out here, but I think we're the biggest hearted team out here, and we've got the funds and the personnel and the know-how just like anyone else. So that's my expectations, and I don't think you can't achieve your expectations if you don't have them. You know what I mean? You got to set your goals high if you're going to do something.
So awesome. And are you excited being a part of the Bob Vandergriff Racing?
I am. So Bob Vandergriff Racing is a tribute to the smarts kind of behind the business too as well. Bob's somebody that he was a driver too, and he built his own team, and then the light switch went on, and he's like, look, I'm gonna put 2 kids in the car. You know, you got Dave Connolly, who's a badass in pro stock, and he obviously has proven to drive that dragster very well, and then him and I, we put our efforts together, and the opportunity came about for me to drive for him. And so in my opinion, I mean, we've got the best team out here from a driver and crew standpoint, and then from a leadership standpoint from Bob Vandergriff. I couldn't ask for anything more.
That is very, very exciting. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, just I guess the fact that living in the moment and enjoying it. I've worked 20 years to get to this point, and just whatever it is that you have a dream of racing, whatever it is in your life, don't give up on it. And like I like to say that the dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately, and we're hustling right now.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, of
Thank
course.
you.
Hi, I'm Shani Jones, and I'm here at the 2016 NHRA Winternationals. I'm speaking with defending champion Antron Brown. How are you doing today?
So I'm doing great. We're just out here at Pomona, kicking off the season. The Meliel season 2016's here. Just excited, pumped, amped, ready to go. And we're out here. We got to go out here and defend this title. It's going to be hard with all the competition.
Well, what are you guys going to do differently this year that you did in 2013 when you were defending your title?
Well, and I tell you what, one thing that you have to do is you have to come back. We put the work in on the off season, and we didn't take it lightly. We went right to work. As soon as we got done with the end of the race season, all the guys went back in the shop prepared. We got back on point, and I got back in the gym, hit it hard. And we just want to come out here on the right foot. The thing about it is getting off to a good start and not trying to make it up at the end of the season. And I think we're on point to do that, but we don't know. We'll see how we make out this first race here coming up.
We're looking forward to seeing you race this year as a dragster representing the Matco Tools, and we wish you luck this year.
Well, thank you so much, Shawnee. It was great being on, and looking forward to seeing more RPM out here.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.
This is Shawnee J. I am here with Doug Coletta. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Thanks. Are you excited about the races?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're just trying to get in a good qualifying position for the final race on Sunday. So we're kind of right in the middle of the pack right now, but yeah, we've got one more qualifying session today, and yeah, looking forward to moving up to a little bit from where we're at. And but yeah, coming out to Pomona at the beginning of the year, you know, it's just, you know, it's a new year, everybody's fresh start, and all rested up from the winter or whatever. But we had an opportunity to go do a little testing too, so. Yeah, just happy to be here.
You used to race at the USAC races?
Yeah, I did. It's the USAC series. It's sprint cars and midgets. And there's actually quite a bit of racing going on throughout the country still with the USAC series. It's a great series. And but yeah, it's been a little while since I've gone around in circles with my buddies there with the open wheel cars. But happy to be out here at the NHRA drag races.
So NHRA has been lucky to have you since 1998. You've been a force to be reckoned with ever since. What would you say to some of the drivers out there who want to get into the race field and get a little skeptical about things? And, you know, what kind of motivation would you help them with?
You know, if you have a passion for this sport, you know, there's plenty of opportunity. But yeah, you just got to get out here, learn about what's going on, and, you know, just if you have a passion for it, just get out here and make it happen, because there's opportunity, and you know, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, and I know that having a good sponsor is key. Can you tell me a little bit about your sponsor today?
Yeah, it's Mac Tools. They're a great company based out of Columbus, Ohio. So, but their parent company is Stanley Black & Decker, which is a very large business. So they're very diversified with a lot of different tools, and they're all independently owned truck distributors. So it's an opportunity to own your own business and go around selling tools, and then they support all of the distributors with training and tools, and you know, and it's a great partnership. So you know, if I wasn't driving this, I might even consider being a Mac Tools guy. It's a great opportunity.
Okay, so I know you came in second in 2014. What are you going to do differently this year as a bounce back?
Yeah, we've just got all of our equipment all freshened up. We built a new chassis from our new shop there in Michigan. But really, it's just having a great team behind you, and I really do have that with my Mac Tools team and Jim Oberhofer. We've you know, he's nurtured the group of guys that we've got, and they do a great job, and we're all very hungry to do well out here. So I think we should be able to pull it off.
I think you can. How confident are you? Think you're going to win, or?
Yeah, this I've won this thing just one other time in my 16 years, the Winternationals. So it would excuse me, it would be great to pull it off. You know, out here the competition is real tough, and you know, and I love being part of it. So it's great when you can get a win out here.
Absolutely. Well, we're so glad that you took the time out today to give us an interview. We hope that you can take home a win. And, you know, I know you guys got a whole crew. You guys got a great team. And we wish you guys the success out here.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for coming over and visiting with us.
Thank you. This is Shawnee J, hosting at the 2016 Winternationals.
Hi, it's your girl Stephanie Warren Chigini coming to you from the 2016 Winternationals in Pomona, California. Right here next to me, I have none other than Clay Milligan, who is a 6-time world champion in the IR. Say it louder.
IHRA. She was close.
Yes, I was so very, very close. All right. Well, today I heard that you had a really good run. You had one of the quickest ETs. But then at the end, I saw that you actually almost crashed into a wall. Is that because one of your cylinders almost dropped, or what exactly happened?
Well, let me just describe it this way. So the thing is really going down the racetrack. I mean, it's like going, and I was like,
okay.
That's what happened.
So you were just, it happened. So you kind of, all right. Okay. All right. That's a good way, yeah, to explain it.
these things, you just kind of get in there and mash the gas and go. And you count to 3 and you open the parachutes, and that's how it works.
Yeah, because you're going really, really fast. I mean, I don't technically know what I would do in that type of response.
Okay. Honest truth is, we had a really great run. We actually had 2 really good runs today. We went 374 on the first run and a 372 on the second run. And yes, I did get over close by the wall. The car, we changed some wing settings on the car, and it seems to not like them. It's not responding to me steering.
Okay.
And we will fix that for tomorrow. But we ran really good. I mean, even though I didn't go straight down the racetrack, drag racing, you're supposed to go straight. I didn't do that very well today, but we got a really good race car, and we're excited for tomorrow. And
yeah, I can see your optimism. I definitely think you'll do good tomorrow. Yeah.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
That's good. My second question is, this is your second year on your team. Am I correct?
This was a brand new team last year. This event last year, we were absolutely brand new, and we were literally testing at this event. We did not know if the car would even start, basically. And so now we got a year under our belt. We come in here, we're much more prepared. The car's running really, really well, and that's kind of coming off of the end of last season. We ran really well. So tomorrow we're just looking forward to going rounds, because now all the work we've done during the off season was towards making the car go quicker, where last year all the work was to get screwdrivers and wrenches and sockets, and now we're totally concentrating on the race car, and things are going so well.
So on a scale of 1 to 100, how would you say your confidence level is this year compared to last year?
Just confidence level is definitely 100 compared to last year. Last year it was probably 50-50 as to whether the car was going to start when we got up there for first round. But we got great people, and people are what make these things run. It's not really if you got the latest, greatest parts. It is people. People are everything, and we've got a great group of young guys.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I have one more question for you. So you are a top contender in the IHRA, 6 times world champion. How do you think you're going to do this year in the NHRA division?
Oh, I am just so ready for it. I mean, I raced in the IHRA. It's actually been a little while since we raced in the IHRA series. I won 6 consecutive championships over there. Been over on the NHRA side for a while, and I've got all this. The normal question I get from everybody all the time is, I won so many races in the IHR. When are you going to win one over here? It's hard to answer. I've had, 8 final rounds, and we've not won one over here. But if I knew when I was going to win one, I would just take off the 4th or 5th mortgage on the house and just bet on that race.
Yeah.
But confidence-wise, I think it may be tomorrow. I really do.
That's great. That's great. Well, this has been a great interview with none other than a good friend, I could say. All right. Thanks for tuning in to RPMHD. All right. I'll see you later.
Hey everybody, Tesh with RPMHD, hanging out with Steve Torrance on what is the last day of the NHRA Winter Nationals. So Steve, I saw on Instagram last night this picture, and I'm going to try to recreate it. And hopefully you can tell me what was going through your mind when you posted it. It went a little something like this. What was up with that?
I don't know if it was quite like that, but it was pretty close.
I don't think I'll ever be able to get it that good.
Okay. That was at the end of the run for Q4. We had just went 370 flat. We're number 1 qualifier, so that was just raw, pure emotion coming out, and we were pumped up.
Okay, so from future reference, that's the hashtag we just took first place. Face. I got it. So going into this next race, what's going through your mind? How you feeling?
Well, right now we're getting ready to go live on Fox Sports 1. So the car's all buckled up. We just warmed it up. No damage, routine maintenance for that lap, so we're ready to go. We got Richie Crampton next round, one of my good friends, but I'm looking to send him home.
Sometimes friends got to do that,
Hey, we're friends until we put those helmets on, and then we're worst enemies.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for letting us slide back here. We know you're busy, and you got to get back to kick some more butt. But again, we'll come back and follow up in a second and see how things go. I got a feeling, though. I got a good feeling. I can feel the momentum.
Means something good, so we're going to keep going. Hopefully we get to do this again soon.
Absolutely. Good vibes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody, it's Tesh. We're coming here from the winner's circle with Steve Torrance. He said he was going to deliver, and the man didn't lie.
hey, we followed through. My guys gave me a badass hot rod all day today, and it just prevailed.
Awesome.
We had a good race in the final, but we got the gold man. We're taking pictures, and we're going to drink a couple beers tonight.
I was gonna ask how you're gonna celebrate, but in true Peyton Manning style, you're gonna drink some beers.
We're going to drink a few beers. I'm not going to specify what kind or any, name dropping on that, but we're having a good time. These guys have worked their tails off, and I'm glad to see it all come to fruition, so we're going to celebrate.
That is awesome. Well, I'm so excited for the win. I'm so happy for you. And now, we're gonna show them what winners do. Dab.
At the conclusion of the 2016 NHRA Mellow Yellow Winter Nationals with Top Fuel event champion Mr. Steve Torrence. This is his first win and first final round appearance here at the Winter Nationals, and what a big win it was, Steve. Of course, the emotion that you were showing there in the winner circle here tonight, having your mom here to see that final, that first win, that must be big. And of course, with the new sponsors on board, this has got to be big for your team.
Yeah, all the guys at Rio Ammunition are super pumped up. My phone's already been blowing up, but more importantly, Mom's here, and that's the biggest supporter I've ever had, ever will have. So to do it on Valentine's Day means a whole lot to me, and I know it means a lot to her, and I'm happy to be able to share that. But we got a really good hot rod right now. I'm happy that that we were able to acquire Alan. We're sharing him with Brittany, and that car's coming around too. So to get this head start in the season, come out, qualify well, run well on race day, it's huge for us to go to Phoenix and have that momentum. I've never been in this position, and shit, I kind of like it.
I can imagine you do. I was just going to ask about four very solid runs during qualifying, all down in that 70 range, and then again today, regardless of the conditions out there, your car never seemed to miss a beat.
All I do is sit in it and drive it. Richard Hogan, Alan Johnson, Bobby Lagana, every one of those guys on that crew has not made a mistake in the last 2 years. Knock on wood, and something may happen tomorrow. But those guys have given me an unbelievable race car, and today it just prevailed, and I did a decent job driving. But those guys, that's the people that put me where I'm at. That's the guys that pushed me to the front. And without them, I wouldn't be here. So you got to just say thanks for that. Thanks for everybody that stood behind us, and people that are believing in us, like Rio. Those guys have come on board, and it's a good way to open up the season for them too.
In the last comment you mentioned there in the winner's circle, it feels pretty good for the first time in your professional career to hold a points lead in Top Fuel.
Yeah, kind of like I said, I hope the season could end pretty quick, but I'm really optimistic about this season. I feel like we got a good caliber of team. I feel like we can fight it all the way to the end. And we'll just see what it holds, but right now it's way too early to make any predictions. But I'm pretty happy leaving here. I feel confident in what we're doing, and I think we can continue to move forward and build on this performance.
Excellent. Questions from the room for Steve Torrence.
What's your mom's name and how's it spelled?
K-K-A-Y.
Yes.
She kept that symbol just for you?
Absolutely.
Okay, how much did any data sharing with JFR play into this weekend's success?
It's been a big deal because even at Phoenix we were able to kind of collaborate together, see what it was doing. There's still a few kinks in Brittany's car that we're trying to work out and just get them the same. Everything's the same parts and pieces wise, but we do have different chassis, so trying to collaborate there, get everything as close as possible. But anytime you can go to a racetrack and get twice as much data as opposed to being just a single car team, it's a huge benefit.
You had that a little bit with your dad, but now you're going to have it all the time. That's a big deal.
Right, absolutely. And then at some point in time during the year, we'll bring my dad back out. This is a family race team, so we got to bring Pops out and have a good time. Hopefully he doesn't show me up like he did last year, though.
You started off this year really well, but your momentum started building 3/4 of the way or so through last year. Somebody else won the championship, but it's like you're just continuing the run. Are you going to just keep building on that?
Well, I sure hope so, because we've really not made any major changes, but we have taken and just pushed where we were at and not been complacent with going 75 or 76, and we never have been at that level before, and now we've reached that, and we're trying to push a little more and a little more. This car's been unbelievable, and all the guys working on it have made it to what it is. That's Richard and Alan and Bobby just putting all three of their heads together, and that's the result.
You're now always been a pretty optimistic guy. Does this pump you up even more?
Yeah, this pumped me up a lot. I'm ready to go to Phoenix right now. I mean, just say it.
Additional questions for Steve Torrence?
I did it.
Were there any close calls today? I mean, that you felt were close? Or?
You know, I'm the kind of guy that I just have to tell myself to quit thinking and do. So I just got in the car and tried to do the best I could, drove it. I knew that they would have me a hot rod that would take care of business, and that's what we did. I went in and done everything I could to screw it up in the final. I rolled in a little bit early and double bulb Doug. I apologized to him down at the end, but I told Ron, and then Ron said, you know, this place is a little bit downhill, so I turned the bulb on accident, but stayed composed, kept focused, and I think we won by 4 thou, so it was a pretty close race. That was the closest one that I wanted. That's close as I wanted it to be. I'd have rather than smoke the tires.
You said this is a good weekend to be Steve Torrence. When did you get a vibe early before you even rolled in here that this was going to be your week?
I'm way too fortunate and blessed. I mean, every day that I get up's a good day, so I'm just happy to be here. Thankful for the opportunities that I've been given, and you know, I've had a couple close calls with life and things that put stuff into perspective, so I'm appreciative of every day, and I live every day to the fullest, and today is pretty full of living.